It's time now for the Muletrain News Program on this New Year's Eve, Tuesday, December 31st, 2019. Brought to you today by the First Bake along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. Funeral service for Don McGuire, 88 of Muleshoe, is set for 3 o'clock this afternoon, Tuesday, December 31st, at the Muleshoe Church of Christ with Mike McDonald and Gary Hooten officiating. Burial will follow in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. Don died on Saturday, December the 28th here in Muleshoe. He was born November the 1st, 1931 in Lubbock County to William Martin and Audrey Edna Griffith McGuire. He married Joanne Beaver in Hobbs, New Mexico on January the 28th, 1955. Don served in the U.S. Army during the Korean War beginning February the 27th, 1953. He was honorably discharged as a sergeant on December the 22nd, 1954. Don graduated from Abernathy High School in 1951. He farmed and raised his children near Muleshoe and Clay's Corner. Don enjoyed fishing and fishing trips, mainly to Del Rio, with his granddad, dad, uncles, his brother, and sister-in-law, and, of course, his wife. He loved being a farmer. Don was a member of the Muleshoe Church of Christ. He is preceded in death by his parents, 2 infant brothers, and a sister-in-law, Frances McGuire. Don is survived by his wife, Joanne, his son, Marty McGuire, and his wife, Donna of Lasbuddy, a daughter, Diane Saylor, and her husband, John of Muleshoe, his sister, Carolyn Woods of Lubbock, a brother, Darrell McGuire of County Line, Texas, his 7 grandchildren, Ray Hasselhoff, Amy Roach, Ray Harden, Shay Wainwright, Blair O'Carson, Ryan Saylor, and Megan Jones, and 18 great-grandchildren all survived Don. The family suggests memorials be sent to the New Mexico Christian Children's Home, 1356 New Mexico 236, Portales, New Mexico 88130, or the West Texas Alzheimer's Association, 110 Mesa Park Drive, Suite 250, El Paso, Texas 79912. Online condolences can, of course, be made at www.ellisfuneralhomes.com. And repeating, church service for Don McGuire, 88 of Muleshoe, is set for this afternoon, Tuesday, December the 31st, at 3 p.m. at the Muleshoe Church of Christ with Mike McDonald and Gary Hooten officiating. Burial will follow in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. Please keep the McGuire family on your prayer list today. Funeral service for Juan Ramon Guillen, 57 of Muleshoe, was held yesterday on Monday, December the 30th at the Centerpoint Church with Steve Claybrook of Abilene officiating. Burial followed in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. Ramon died Wednesday, December the 25th here in Muleshoe. He was a resident at the end of the Parkview Nursing Care Center. He was born August 26, 1962, in Piedras Negras, Mexico, to Gabino and Francisca Esperanza R.C. Guillen. He married Linda Saldana in Muleshoe in 1981. Ramon was a farm laborer for many years. He is preceded in death by his wife, Linda, his mother, and one sister, Gloria Rowand. Ramon is survived by Gabino Guillen, his father of Progress, his 2 sisters, Rosa Davis of Clovis, and Mina Guillen of Lubbock, 2 brothers, Demetrio Guillen of Fort Worth, and Julian Guillen of Lasbuddy. Online condolences can be made at www.ellisfuneralhomes.com. And please keep the family of Ramon Guillen on your prayer list today. His funeral services were held yesterday on Monday, December the 30th at the Centerpoint Church here in Muleshoe. Vernestine Lewis, 76 of Lubbock, formerly of Muleshoe, passed away on Monday, December the 23rd. Memorial service was held this past weekend on Saturday, December the 28th at the First United Methodist Church here in Muleshoe. Burial followed in the Muleshoe Memorial Park Cemetery under the direction of Griffin Mortuary. Vernestine was born June the 7th, 1943, to Emmett and Celestine Lewis in Coolidge, Texas. She graduated from Coolidge High School. She is survived by her son, Marvin Lewis, and his wife, Patricia, 3 daughters, Glory, and her Glory Burns, and her husband, Kenneth, Nadine Gilliam, and Stephanie Gilliam Johnson and her husband James, a brother, Pastor Robert Lewis and his wife Mary, a sister Ethel Busby, 12 grandchildren and 8 great-grandchildren, and a host of other relatives and friends all survive her. And please keep the family of Vernestine Lewis, 76 of Lubbock, formerly of Muleshoe, on your prayer list today. All of that Lewis family needs to be on your prayer list. Memorial service for Joey James Lubanos, 21 of Muleshoe, was held Monday morning at the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church on December the 30th here in Muleshoe, with Father Mercado officiating. Joey died on Saturday, December the 14th, here in Muleshoe in a one-vehicle wreck on Highway 84 just west of Muleshoe. He was born May the 14th, 1998 in Amarillo to Estela Saucedo. Joey was preceded in death by his grandmother, Maria Elvira Saucedo, and uncle, Robert Saucedo Jr. He is survived by his mother and stepfather, Estela and Alfredo Garcia of Muleshoe, his maternal grandfather, Robert Saucedo of Semino, his sister, Kayla Garcia of Muleshoe, a brother, Isaac Lubanos of Muleshoe. Online condolences can be made at www.ellisfuneralhomes.com. And please keep the Lubanos family on your prayer list today. Funeral service for Helen Halsey, 86 of Earth, was held Saturday, December the 21st at the First Baptist Church in Spring Lake, with Paul Lively of Lubbock and Rob Norris of Spring Lake officiating. Burial followed in the Earth Memorial Cemetery. Helen was born March the 11th, 1933 in Earth to Henry J. and Mary E. Trulock Gilmore. She married Herschel Halsey in Earth on August the 15th, 1949. Those who knew Helen knew how much she loved to be in the garden. On Tuesday, December the 17th, she received the invitation to create a new garden for a newly completed glorious mansion. Helen gladly accepted the position, knowing that she would get to see her sweet Herschel again, as well as many other family and friends. Helen conquered her battle with Alzheimer's in Lubbock, surrounded by so much love and joy. Helen retired from the Spring Lake Earth ISD after many years as a high school secretary. She also worked as the church secretary in Earth, was an investment clerk with the Earth branch of Andrews Savings and Loan, and was an insurance clerk for McCarty Insurance. Helen served 4 years on the Earth City Council, acting as the mayor pro tem for 2 of those years. She was a vital member of the We the Women, the Senior Citizens, and a faithful member of First Baptist Church in Spring Lake, taking over the shut-in ministry after Herschel died. Helen was preceded in death by her husband Herschel, followed by her parents, 2 sisters, Pauline Sloan, Leola May Gilmore, and a brother, Leonard D. Gilmore. Helen is survived by her son, Brian Halsey, and his wife, Judy, of Clarksville, Tennessee, and another son, Greg Halsey, and his wife, Terry, of Holbert, Oklahoma. A daughter, Corrine Lively, and her husband, Paul, of Lubbock. 2 brothers, Verlin Gilmore of DeBerry, Florida, and Noel Gilmore and his wife, Margie, of Temple, Texas. 7 grandchildren and 18 great-grandchildren all survive Helen. The family suggests memorials be sent to the West Texas Alzheimer's Association, 110 Mesa Park Drive, Suite 250, El Paso, Texas, 79912, or the Hospice of Lubbock, 3702 21st Street, Lubbock, Texas, 79410. Of course, online condolences can be made at www.ellisfuneralhomes.com. Please keep the Halsey family on your prayer list today. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments, so please stay tuned. This edition of the Muletrain is brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. Take control of your First Bank of Muleshoe debit card right from your smartphone with the My Mobile Money app. It's customizable card monitoring and controls that help you manage your accounts with My Mobile Money app. You can set interactive controls to help monitor activity and prevent unauthorized use. You can turn your card on or off, set alerts, and deny transactions based on merchant or transaction type and location, monitor and control dependent cardholder usage, receive notifications of possible fraudulent transactions, and take action, deposit checks through your phone. Download the My Mobile Money app now at the App Store or Google Play. For more information, you can also call the First Bank here in Muleshoe, 806-272-4515, or go by 202 South 1st Street. The First Bank right here in Muleshoe, offering the My Mobile Money app. Available at the App Store or Google Play. Call the First Bank here in Muleshoe, 806-272-4515, or go by 202 South 1st Street. The First Bank, member FDIC.
Leal's is the best Mexican food I've ever eaten in my life, and I've been alive for 10 years now. Hi, I'm Isla Reynolds, and I enjoy the phenomenal bean burritos, rice and beans and chips, and seasoning salt. I've been around and eaten lots of Mexican food in 10 years, and Leal's is the best, for sure, with the original being located at 1010 West American Boulevard in Muleshoe, Texas since 1957.
Great deals going on to end the year and start a new one at Frying Cox, 401 South 1st Street in Muleshoe, with a manager special of an 8-pack of AA or AAA Energizer batteries, now marked down to only $5.97. Sell good through the end of January. The Irwin 6-inch fast-release locking pliers are marked down to $9.97 through January. And the Channel Lock 2-pack folding sawhorse sets marked down to $24.97, along with the 42-piece Milwaukee drill and driver set marked down to $17.97, both good through the end of December. Take 15% off now at Frying Cox all Christmas ornaments, along with their selection of Christmas wreaths. Heaters available for your house, barn, or shop, like the gas space heaters and propane heaters up to 125,000 BTUs. Burn coats and bib-alls for everyone in the family, and the Milwaukee heated hoodie and tough shell jackets. Hand warmers, mega warmers, toe, full feet warmers, all available now at Frying Cox, 401 South 1st Street in Muleshoe, Texas. They're open Monday through Saturdays, 8 a.m. till 6 p.m., but they will be open on New Year's Eve, Tuesday, 8 a.m. till noon, and be closed on New Year's Day, Wednesday, then open back up for regular business hours on Thursday, January the 2nd. Have a happy new year from everyone at Frying Cox in Muleshoe. Well, it's time now for the weather forecast, brought to you today by K&K Pharmacy. First, a message from our sponsor. K&K Pharmacy right here in Muleshoe at 1411 West American Boulevard, where Christine K. or any of their helpful employees want to help you get rid of your weekly pill box. Find out how K&K Pharmacy can simplify your meds with the K-Pack Custom Medication Packaging Program, available now at 1411 West American Boulevard. Call them 806-272-7511. K-Pack Custom Medication Packaging, available now at K&K Pharmacy, where they can simplify your meds and get rid of your weekly pill box. Well, things got a little bit wild at the end of last week as Friday some really dense fog set in on the South Plains Panhandle regions and caused wrecks all over the place. I don't think I've ever seen fog that thick stay around all day during the morning and afternoon hours during Friday. And then it cleared somewhat into the Friday evening hours, and storms moved through late Friday night and Saturday morning. Here at the National Weather Service station at Channel 6, we received 73/100ths of an inch of rain late Friday night and early Saturday morning. The Muleshoe Mesonet got 82/100ths of an inch of rain, and the Earth Mesonet just next to Toke Plant got 38/100ths of an inch of rain. So those are pretty high rainfall totals for one event, especially during our really dry season, which is typically during the winter and especially December. That was last week, late Friday and Saturday here at Channel 6 and the Mesonet stations. You'll want to make sure and watch our video of all that dense fog that was here in the Muleshoe area on our website, muleshoetv.com, of course, brought to you by K&K Pharmacy. There were some really dangerous accidents that occurred all over the South Plains region. And looking at our 2019 rainfall total through today, the 31st, we have received 23 inches and 46 100ths on the year 2019. Our yearly average at the Mesonet station since 2002, so for the last 17 years, is 17 inches and 96 100ths. So that means we're up 5 inches and 5 tenths on our average. So that is a good rainfall year for 2019. Again, 23 inches and 46 100ths in the year 2019 is what our total is going to be, as there are no rain chances for today on New Year's Eve. But looking at our forecast, of course, since those storms and all that fog system came through on Friday, we've turned pretty dang cold in the Muleshoe area, and that will continue somewhat on Christmas Eve, although we'll get a little bit warmer into the upper 40s. Mostly sunny, high near 47, light and variable. Wind becoming south-southwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour this morning. Then New Year's Eve night, mostly clear, low around 22 degrees, south winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then starting 2020 on Wednesday, New Year's Day, sunny, high near 56, so we're going to warm up into these 50s for New Year's. West-southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, increasing to 15 to 20 miles per hour. Wednesday afternoon, winds could gust as high as 30 miles per hour. Increasing clouds Wednesday night, low around 28. West-southwest winds 15 to 20 miles per hour. Then Thursday, a 20% chance of rain. Partly sunny, high near 49 degrees. North-northwest winds 15 to 20 miles per hour. Thursday night, mostly cloudy, low around 22. Friday, mostly sunny, high near 49 degrees. North-northwest winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Friday night, mostly clear, low around 24. Saturday, sunny, high near 60 degrees. Saturday night, mostly clear, low around 26. Then Sunday, sunny, high near 57. Sunday night, mostly clear, low around 24. And that's our weather forecast for the next 6 or 7 days. Again, in 2019, we've received 23 inches and 46 100ths of an inch of rain. Make sure to go to our website, muleshoetv.com, as we have loads of Christmas videos that we've made, all brought to you by the First Bank, Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, Muleshoe Independent School District, Ain Bank, Lance Insurance, Mohawk Auto Parts, McDonald's Restaurant, High Tech Automotive, McCormick Seeds, Muleshoe Animal Clinic and Vet Supply, Buywise Auto and Home, Muleshoe Area Medical Center, WTG Fuels, Randallfield CPA, Precure Electric, Muleshoe Housing Authority, Leal's Tortilla Factory, Irrigation Pumps and Power, Hereford Feed Ingredients, Farmers Insurance Group, Julie DeBruin, Dell Oil Company, Burton Service Center, Barrett Potato Farms, 5 Area Telephone, West Plains Telecommunications, all saying they hope you had a Merry Christmas and will have a happy and prosperous 2020. Now, our videos that we made this Christmas season, make sure that all these sponsors are bringing to you the Dillman Second Grade Christmas Program. See our interview with our 2019 Mrs. Santa Maureen Hooten, who received a gift basket from K&K Pharmacy. See our video of the DeShazo third grade Christmas program called Elflandia. See the Christmas musical presented by the First Baptist Church Worship Choir, His Name is Jesus. See the Dillman first grade sing Christmas carols at the Senior Center. We have Joan Nick's Dillman Kindergarten Christmas program video as well. And see the First Baptist Church Christmas Eve service and hear the First United Methodist Church Christmas Eve service, along with our Christmas in Muleshoe video 2019 that has Christmas scenes and lights from all over the town of Muleshoe, including video of the Muleshoe Chamber Christmas tree lighting ceremony, the Chamber Parade, and the Muleshoe Heritage Christmas Open House. All that available free of charge on demand on our website, muleshoetv.com. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments, so please stay tuned. Since 1925, AIM Bank is proud to be one of the largest locally owned and operated banks in West Texas. Our expert bankers have an in-depth understanding of the local economy, and we are proud to provide our customers with quick local loan decisions. At AIM Bank, we know that strong local partnerships are crucial for growth and success. Investing in you has been our focus from day one. We provide the latest in technology for your online and mobile banking with features like mobile check deposit. At AIM Bank, we care about your accounts as much as you do, so we pride ourselves on real personal attention because we are also your neighbor. We invite you to come in and experience the real personal attention AIM Bank has to offer. We want to know you because we live, work, and raise our families right here in Muleshoe too. AIM Bank is committed to making a difference in the communities we serve. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Help us welcome to Muleshoe Dr. Kenneth Burke. Kenneth Burke, DO, is now practicing full-time in the medical clinic of Muleshoe and is ready to see patients. For an appointment, call today, 806-272-7544. Dr. Burke was born in De Leon, Texas, and went through Corpus Christi and Lubbock on his path to Muleshoe for his undergraduate training. And then in the U.S. Navy, he was responsible for mobilization and security of the medical and chaplain team. Shawnee, Georgia for medical school, and then Jersey City, New Jersey for his medical internship and family practice residency. Welcome to Muleshoe, Dr. Burke. He's purchased a home here and ready to make Muleshoe home again. For an appointment, call the Medical Clinic of Muleshoe, 806-272-7544. Help us welcome Kenneth Burke, DO, to Muleshoe. Well, we were sad to see that last week on Tuesday, KCBD posted a story that the Muleshoe ISD Athletic Director Lee Walker had been reassigned within the Muleshoe schools. You can read that full story on our Twitter feed from last week, but bottom left corner of our website, muleshoetv.com. He spent 2 seasons as the head coach, football coach, and athletic director at Muleshoe. The Mules football varsity team went 1-19 over those 2 seasons, and that reassignment happened mid-December, as the Muleshoe ISD have posted on their website the athletic director head football coach position as an open position, looking for applications on Tuesday, December the 17th. And we wish Coach Walker the very best in his future, and we certainly enjoyed dealing with him, and he was always so responsive and gave up his time and information to us whenever we asked. So good luck to Coach Walker and his family. The Varsity Lady Mules began their district campaign against Canadian and lost a very close one on Friday, December the 20th, against a very strong Canadian team, 42-40 here at the MHS Gymnasium. So a very close game against a very good opponent. And so we look for good things coming from the Varsity Lady Mules as they have a great season underway so far in 2019 and hope that they continue that in 2020. This past weekend, the Lady Mules and the Mules, both varsity teams, were in action December 26th through the 28th at the Littlefield Wildcat Classic basketball tournament. The Lady Mules took 3rd place in that tournament. The championship game was Littlefield as they beat Portales in the championship game. And again, the 3rd place game, the Lady Mules defeated Denver City. The Mules varsity team lost twice. First in the first round to Lamesa, 83-53, and then to New Home, who knocked them out of the tournament. Both varsity teams will be in action in district play the next time each one of them play, which will be January the 2nd, which is this Thursday at Bushland. Of course, everyone's still out for the Christmas break, so we'll play this Thursday again, January 2nd at Bushland. The JV girls and boys will both play at 1 p.m. there up in Bushland. 2:30 the varsity girls, and then 4 will be the varsity boys. So good luck as everybody's playing in sync now in district action at Bushland this Thursday, January the 2nd. Again, JV games both at 1, 2:30 the varsity Lady Mules, and then 4 the varsity Mules at Bushland. You can see pictured on our Muletrain news screen as well, the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com. Mules that were named to the football 2-3A all-district selections. First team was Irvin Torres, wide receiver. Second team, Joey Martinez, running back. Jesse Montiel, linebacker. Jacob Reyes, offensive line. Jimmy Villa, receiver and punter. An honorable mention, all 2-3A all-district team, Matt Fabella, linebacker. Osvaldo Nunez, safety. And Fed Rivas, offensive and defensive line. So congratulations to all those Mules on football all-district teams. Carolyn Johnson writes about the Bailey County Senior Center sponsor of the week this week, which is Scott and Christy Miller. Talk to Scott Miller, and he will try to convince you that he is just plain ordinary country folk. But don't be fooled. Scott rates extraordinary in just about every category in life: parenting, work, marriage, and friendship. But these traits are only ripples on the surface for his strong desire to help others. I've had the opportunity to be involved in many events where Scott played a role: the Chamber, Heritage Foundation, Farm Bureau, his church, and of course our own Senior Citizen Center. And what I see in Scott is his delight in giving and his search for deeper meaning in his own life through service to others. He functions at a higher level than most people when it comes to understanding support and action. Scott was born in Muleshoe, Texas. He was raised out in the country of Lasbuddy, about 22 and a half miles northeast of Muleshoe. He graduated from high school in Lasbuddy and then graduated from college in 1993 from WT with a business degree. After graduation, he worked for Dell Computers in the Austin area for 6 months before returning to farming in 1994. Scott has been farming with his family for over 25 years. He also owns rental houses, apartments, commercial buildings, all in this area. Scott has served on the Bailey County Farm Bureau Board for several years before becoming their president. He served as president for 3 years, then became an agent for Farm Bureau. Scott currently is a member of the Muleshoe Rotary Club. He served as their president from 2017 to 2018. He is now a member of the Chamber of Commerce Board and the Heritage Foundation Board. He is also a member of the Lions Club and has been their past president from 2017 to 2018. Scott is also a member of the First Baptist Church and has been for 35 years. Scott said it best when he said he was raised in the First Baptist Church. He says that it has been a cornerstone in his spiritual growth. He says he serves his church at any spot they let him serve, and presently is a deacon at First Baptist Muleshoe. Scott married his lovely wife, Christy, in 2005 after 6 years of dating. They have 2 daughters, Presley, 12, and Avery, 11. They truly are the light of our lives, Scott said. Scott credits his parents, Mike and Pam Miller, for being wonderful role models and giving him a great upbringing. Both sets of his grandparents also had a lot to do with what he is today. They were John and B. Miller and Irving and Dorothy St. Clair. Scott also has a sister and 2 brothers who live in the area. Scott and his brothers were great athletes at Lasbuddy High School. The family got together as often as possible, especially on Sundays, to enjoy his mom's home-cooked meals. Scott's hobbies include snow skiing, water skiing, hiking, golfing, dancing, singing, traveling, and yes, working. And how did Scott end this story of his life? He said, "I am proud to be a servant for my Lord and Savior, and I'm happy to support Muleshoe and its citizens." And Scott and Christy Miller are the Bailey County Senior Citizens sponsor of the week. They will have a Spanish class this afternoon at 1 p.m. at the Senior Center, Main and Avenue D. They'll be closed on Wednesday for the New Year, then reopen on Thursday at 10:30 Thursday morning, have line dancing, and then at 1 p.m. they'll be playing bingo at the Senior Center. Everyone is welcome to come down and eat during the noon hour, and lots of activities that we always announce. On our prayer list today, remember Jeff Kaufman, who has recently been under the weather. Remember Maureen Hooten as well, who's been sick. Carolyn Johnson, who's had knee surgery. Remember David Wire and Barbara Blackman, Robert Black, Betty Noble, Joe Jinks, Judy Lambert, who's in Crown Point Rehab in Lubbock. Remember Linda Goff, Pat Nichols, Don Williams, Patty Kent, Matthew Alicon, Butch and Judy Cox, Tanya Crawford, Marshall and Ann Head, Susan Kirby, Sally Ellis, Leonardo Aviles, Kearney Scoggin, Buck and Lynn Campbell, Wynn Cantwell, Robert Hooton, who's at Parkview, Mary Nell Bleeker. Remember Marjorie Morgan and Debbie Trider. Remember Tom and Rhonda Carter. Keep on your prayer list today all those grieving the loss of loved ones, especially during this holiday season. The family of Don McGuire, the family of Ramon Guillen, the family of Vernestine Lewis, the family of Joey Lubanos, the family of Helen Halsey. Keep on your prayer list today the family of Johnny Noble, the family of Gary Etheridge, the family of Joe Angel Everett Jr., the family of James Leroy Thomas, the family of Joe Harmon, the family of Pat Clark, the family of Nacho Martinez, and please keep the family of Socorro Rivera Gallegos on your prayer list today as well. Well, it's just about time for us to go on this last day of 2019's edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by the First Bake along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain news programs and all our archived ones available on our website, free of charge on demand, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith, the story of Clay Henry. In a moment on The Sound of Texas.
The Sound of Texas is brought to you here on muleshoetv.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe at 610 East American Boulevard, as well as in Morton at 1744 State Highway 114. They're celebrating rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric since 1939. They are owned by the members that they serve. Call 806-272-4504. Check them out online at bcecoop.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO David Markle, all hope you enjoy this Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
Everybody who has traveled the River Road alongside the Rio Grande has probably shared a beer with Clay Henry, the beer-drinking goat of Lajitas, who is mayor of the town. Bill Ivey, who once owned the Lajitas Trading Post and now owns the Terlingua Ghost Town, tells the story.
When I bought the old trading post in Lajitas, Clay Henry was on the inventory. He was drinking beer when I bought the store because I used to bring my college buddies down here and we'd drink beer with him back when I was in college. I never dreamed I'd own him someday. When we finally decided to run him for mayor, they had a bunch of rich folks from Houston come down. They were having a big party there, and believe it or not, it snowed in Lajitas and they got stuck. So they ended up spending an extra night. They had a few drinks to make everybody feel a little bit better since they couldn't get back to Houston. And in the course of that night, they elected one of the good friends of the owner of Lajitas as mayor of Lajitas. Well, I protested that when I found out, and I said, if some old jackass from Houston can be mayor of Lajitas, then my goat can be mayor. And that started what was to be an unbelievable campaign that I never dreamed would have reached the heights that it did. It became like a real campaign. We started sending out press releases and just for fun. It was all in fun. Before I knew it, I had every major newspaper. I had every radio station. I was doing interviews over the phone with talk shows from the East Coast to Hawaii. We had international press. Johnny Carson invited us to come and be on his show, and it just went crazy. And it was back in the time that there was droughts and there was bad stuff, and people were shooting at presidents and popes, and they needed something fun to talk about. And that became an absolute phenomenon. The day of the election, we had one of the very first satellite TV broadcasts, live broadcast from Lajitas, Texas, to cover the mayoral election.
Bill Ivey of Terlingua says that election took place in the 1980s, and Clay Henry has been elected mayor every year since. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.